5 more tips for making your life in WoW Classic easier coming up. Welcome to Hard Mode and Hardware. If you want to see more WoW Classic videos, tips, hints, PvP playthroughs, dungeon playthroughs, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because then you won't miss a single video. Right, my last video was 5 tips on making your life easier. This is 5 more tips because I've decided there are more tips I can give you. So, let's jump in. Number 5, remember weapon skill. Weapons have weapon skill. Remember, if you pick up a type of weapon that you haven't used before, you're going to be flailing around like a wacky inflatable flailing or waving tube man, especially if you're a melee class. Hit the target dummies for a bit and build that skill up. Number 4, pick your fights. In the current game, you can normally round up the mobs out in the world and not worry too much. In Classic, they can take you down to corpse run town if you pull too many at once. Keep your head on a swivel. That is if you're in an area that's right for your level. If you're in an area that's a lot lower than you, then knock yourself out. Number 3, food and drink. Carry food unless you're a healing class, and carry drink if you're a mana user. You will need them when you're out questing on your own. Waiting for them to regen on their own will take a while, especially at high levels. Mages can start conjuring water at level 4 and food at level 6, so they should be okay. Number 2, plan your talents. Talents cost gold to reset in WoW Classic, and it gets more expensive the more often you do it. Plan the talents before you come to spend the points, that way you can avoid that bill as much as possible. Websites such as Wowhead have talent calculators built in, and they can save you a lot of gold. And number 1, guilds are your friend. If you want to raid, eventually you're gonna need a guild, so it pays to find a decent guild early on. You need to build those relationships so that you can get into the raid runs and get your hands on those juicy epics. But more than that, it's much more fun to play along with friends. We can't all be lone wolves. So there you go, there's 5 more tips to make your life easier in WoW Classic. Leave a comment below if you think there's anything I've missed, and there's probably loads. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit that bell because then you'll get a notification and an email every time I upload, and you won't miss anything. To my right now, you will see my 10 things that you need to know about WoW Classic, along with my other 5 tips to make your life easier, which I posted earlier in the week, which altogether makes a mighty 10 tips. Yes, 10 whole tips. You can also subscribe from this end screen by clicking on the icon. And don't forget to play it on hard mode.